Hi, Pisces. The sun was shining when I was doing my makeup and I was about to do my hair, but then what you are listening to now happened. A thunderstorm. So let's get into it. Yeah, I have this sketch thing I'm going to hold in my lap for now until I figure out a better situation. I've ordered a desk. All right, so here we are, and I am afraid that the camera is a bit tilted, which would only be right for what we're about to talk about. All right, let's leave it. The thunderstorm is calling me. I feel like it wants to talk, so let's be as Piscean as possible. Take a deep breath. Beautiful. Okay. First card out, 10 of Wands. Professionally, things are looking great. Looking up. Be careful about not ending things that should be ended. I don't know what's going on with this dress. It was fine until I sat down. Be careful about ending things that need to be ended so you can have these beautiful new beginnings. These new beginnings, new directions aren't possible if you're carrying old rumors, old bitter colleagues, frenemies, all of that into a new situation, a new direction in your career, whatever it is. Respect it enough to keep the toxic people away, no matter how much you might want the tea. And as if I couldn't make things any more difficult for myself, I've decided to precariously perch sunflowers on the edge of this sofa. Okay, good. Let's get back to it, shall we? Oh, this thunderstorm is so romantic. Just think of it. Cancer season. It's been hot all day. You remember in Streetcar Named Desire when you talk about it's been wanting to rain all day? It's just been begging to rain and it wouldn't, and then it cracked something. That's you. You have the power. You have the water. You have the seduction. You have the ability to precariously perch anywhere you want and be so beautiful that you'll get whatever you want. Your energy is so on point. I mean, look at this. Listen to it. It's beautiful. It's the only thing that drowns out the city. Mutable water. How lovely. Oh, I'm so glad I started when I did. Or else we would have missed the thunder. Although I feel that there may be more still to come. So, 10 of Wands. Yeah, but what direction do you want to go in? I suggest love. But also use love in all its forms. In everything you do. And communicate. Communicate. Say what you want, because there's a very good chance that you'll get it if you ask for it. It's that time. You know how sometimes, Pisces, you know when it's that time? It's that time now. It's the wishing time. Communicate what you want. Do a little, light a candle, say a prayer, take a salt bath. Imagine what you want and why. Ooh. Oh. I'm so, such a Gemini. I love being right. So annoying, but I'm right. Imagine what you want. Look at this. This is magic. Honestly, it's the only thing that drowns out the city. Nothing else works. The city is like a beast. but a thunderstorm makes everybody shut the fuck up. Even your money manifestation is sultry, you know? For the rest of the year, I feel like you guys are just blessed. There's always those times, you know, where Pisces like has it really rough for a little bit, and then it just eases up, and then it's like a water slide. The wishing time water slide. People will never understand where we get the names for these videos until they watch them. Like, what the fuck is a mercurial cat? Anyway, so Ace of Pentacles. I was hoping it wasn't done yet. Ace of Pentacles and now the Hanged Man. This is an interesting combo. It wouldn't be out of line to say, Pisces, that you've been a little bit stuck. You have, and it's okay. I think that things change rapidly in the world now, and you really are the type of people who love deeply whatever it is that you're doing. And sometimes that means that you don't quite adapt as quickly as you should, or you don't, out of a sense of pride, pick up a certain new skill or something, make a new sort of connection, learn how to network different, make the changeover into the next whatever it is. And most of the times I think you do it because you're purists, and that's great. But I think you yourself can tell where it's causing setbacks and it's unnecessary just out of pride. It's not necessary to interfere with your bag, you know, out of pride. So we take this advice, we receive this, and we know that Pisces has a tendency, especially, I have to sit so straight and so still for them not to topple. And I think it's a great metaphor for what you have at your beck and call right now. You have such a beauty and such a power to use that beauty however you want, but you have to be quite moral about it. Your back has to be straight, you know? Or else the entire thing could. No pressure though. So, you know how Pisces can stick to their guns sometimes, especially recently. I know you guys have been really sticking to your guns. I think now you realize, especially after the eclipse in a couple of days, that like it's just unnecessary. Like, you'll like the new stuff. You're good at anything you learn. You're a quick study. You think on your feet. You adapt very easily. You're highly intelligent. What's not to love? I love Pisces. Like, there's nothing not to love. So jovial, you know, mind is open, emotional intelligence, sharp as a razor. What's not to like? You're gonna love learning new stuff. I think you're just like being a little bit stubborn and you don't really want to talk about it. No one wants to talk, you know? No one wants to talk in Cancer season. Everyone wants to be recognized, and, you know, everyone wants to be acknowledged as, yes, you're here and I acknowledge your feelings, but they don't want to say what the feelings are. All I can think to myself is, thank God I'm a Cancer rising. So I have some idea from the inside of why no one's cards want to speak. This is what Cancers do. They show you with their eyes how they feel, but they won't say the thing. Lord. I was going to give you a really very Cancerian example, but I'll spare you. Watch the Gemini video if you want the story that I was just about to tell you, because it's that ridiculous. That's why it has to go in the Gemini. You get that? All right. So, Hangman. There's no reason to let it bum you out. It's just about, you know, new horizons. 10 of Wands. New horizons. You have to expand. And we've been talking about that for quite some time. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Okay. True, this is a very soft, romantic, beautiful time for you, and it's maybe not the best time to give you the harsh truth. The cards can be quite jokey. But also, this is about the stuff you need to get done. There is just a laundry list of things that will pull you into the future and into Ace of Pentacles, good fortune, if you methodically go about it, analyze it, and learn it, and you can do it. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. This is also about authority figures in your life that have been so overpowering, or perhaps how you have adopted what your authority figures have taught you into your own life, and now you find yourself so much at odds with what you're supposed to be and supposed to do and what you are. And it's harsh, man. It's harsh, but like I said, you have the wishing power. You're at the wishing well this month, so wish for strength and the resolve to live up to the rightful challenge that the people who love you are making. They should challenge you. This is not to say that you should allow toxic people from the past back in. That's not the same as being challenged, and we know that, right? Just checking. No, because all the retrogrades, come on. Just checking. Let's see. Hi. Those are my friends texting me, because even though there's a thunderstorm, they still want to go out to eat. I swear, in New York, a thunderstorm is like an occasion. So let's go out and eat somewhere on a terrace and sit in that thunderstorm. All right, here we go. Okay, noted. The advice is a little harsh, and this is a dreamy time for you, but it is not my job to indulge you, more to keep you prepared. But to your point, Six of Cups, it is a gorgeous time for you. It is romance on romance on romance for you. It is everything that you want, you ask for, you can have it. Every relationship, you can repair it. Every challenge you can solve with love. It's your Mother Teresa time. You feel all the feels, you love all the loves. It's beautiful. And yes, work is secondary right now. And again, with all the retrogrades, it's like Saturn retrograde in Capricorn. What kind of work? Like, what are we trying to get done? But at the same time, just to be prepared, because as soon as Leo season starts, you're going to have a little fire to go get that money, go learn the new things. Just wanted to point that out. But getting back to the love stuff, if you're dealing with a pretty authoritative type, I don't want to, confine it just to, it has to be an air sign, but just someone who over you exerts quite an authority. Like, you like it, but they're quite, that person may now be exhibiting a lot of weakness around you. And you got to be careful, because Pisces does this thing where you guys will use your charms and then they'll work, and then you kind of lose respect for the person because it worked, which is so crazy, because you don't stop trying until you get it, until you get what you want. But then when you get it, you can be a little bit judgy about how they fell for whatever you put out. I feel like two fish chasing each other right now. In my mind, that's how the logic was going. You do it. Whatever I just described, you do it. So let's leave it there. Let's not do that this month. Ask and wish in terms of goals. Imagine and, mental movie psycho-cybernetics, the end results of things and how they make you feel. What does it feel like to graduate? What does it feel like to walk down the aisle? What does it actually feel like here? What does it feel like? Is it a feeling you can sustain? Is it a feeling you can handle? Is it a feeling you actually want once you feel it? It's a great time to meditate, do a 20-day meditation or something like that. It's a great time to do some fasting. It's always a good time to do some fasting. And if you have an earth sign in your life, it is reparable. You can repair it. You can help, because right now you can do pretty much anything you want. And heal is always very high on your list. And this person could use some healing, and I think you could as well in relation to them. And they're here, they're here with the Six of Cups, as they always are. I would just like to point out since we started the channel, right? The earth sign's always there. Seems like every reading. Wow. All right, take a deep breath, Pisces. Let's close out this thunderstorm. Ooh, this is my favorite part. And the sun is coming back out. It's drizzling. It's warm, but there's a cool breeze. Ooh, so romantic. I love it so much. I love it so much. Now we're just shuffling for an outcome card. It's pretty clear what's going on here. Of course, we need to clarify on those two air signs. It's like I had to move the flower. I was getting really stressed. No. We're going to close this off safe. And I think that's a great way to talk about the end of the season. Listen. Wish for good, stable things. Wish for the things that you need, you want. Put your time and effort and prayers and work into something real. And Leo season will pay you so many dividends. I'd also like to remind you that the Three of Pentacles often comes up for you as well. You do really well in partnerships, but we know this. And then around the eclipse, now this is getting into the extended, around the eclipse, there's even more room for healing with that earth sign, room for healing within you in terms of where you're going, again, in terms of the money stuff that maybe, I jumped the gun on a little, but, it's going to come up. You're going to have to deal with it. So now it's out there. Let's look at it together though, yeah? Happy thunderstorm, happy Cancer season. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with me, yeah? Love you. See you in a second. Hi, Pisces. Okay. So, here we are. I'm going to drink something. One moment. So, the road is long and prosperous. Yes? Communication has to change. Technology has to be updated. You 2.0 needs to emerge way before your season. But that's okay. July for you is an interesting transition month. From cardinal water to fixed fire. It's a tricky one for Pisces, as is Leo altogether. Pretty tricky for Pisces. In some cases, Pisces feels like they've worked so hard on the Leo situation that maybe they should have left it years ago, because what difference did it make anyway? For some, it's someone from a very long time ago that probably would be baffled that you're still thinking of them. But with everything in retrograde, it is obvious that while everyone else is pulled back by the seeming gravity, Pisces flows free. Swim to whatever you'd like. Articulate what you want, both in word and mind. Have that childlike resolve and belief in yourself that we know you do. And then give it over to the material. Slow and steady is really okay as long as you know your order's been put in the right way. Now the eclipses, which we'll go into more in the extended, are going to be quite heady for everyone. But you have a special opportunity because where everyone else, the lights in their hallway get turned off, Pisces is the bottom of the ocean. You can live and see and sense in the void where nothing else is, where we cannot fathom that life could exist. In that cosmic depth, Pisces lives and reigns supreme, I may add. I did not read to you out of the Odyssey because you, Pisces, are the villain in the Odyssey. Poseidon holds a grudge. And perhaps it would have been apt to read a little about that, but you already know that about yourself. The point is, get unstuck. Bad blood with a coworker, leave them behind. Bad blood on a project, bad feelings, move forward. Feeling this way or that way about having to update your skill set, get over it and let's move along. We don't want to get in the way of the bag. Don't know where to start? Ask someone who does. By Leo season, things are up and running, going well. During the eclipse, you get some valuable info on work, on love, but mainly on what you need to do with you so you can do all the things you need to do. But it will be very personal, as it is for everyone, but for you, incredibly personal. You may be on some level dreading the eclipses without even knowing why, but it's just going to hit you so close to home. It doesn't have to be negative, but it will be insightful, as eclipses always are. They're magical, and there are moments where we are once again reminded, like clockwork, how very infinitesimally small we are. And to some that is a relief, and to some that is a terror. I have a gut feeling that everything that happens in the next few months is going to be incredibly good for you. It's growth on a personal level, but it's also great strides in terms of career and finance. And when you guys are doing well, you contribute so much to the beauty of this world. And like I always tell you, we need that. So, brava. Keep up the good work. And I'll say it one more time, if you need to change a little, and that's okay. Change is not defeat. Change is just evolution. Take it from a fellow mutable. It's not that bad. All right, let's get into the extended right now. See you in a minute. Love you.